Yep. Don't wear the red dress. Yep.
And
by the way, this is the halfway.
Why do you keep saying don't wear the red dress? It's you don't have to put on the red light.
Yeah, but there's a red dress line in there too, isn't there?
Yeah, but I don't think it's you don't have to wear the red dress. Is there?
I don't know. I'm probably making that all up. People make up lyrics. People. Well, no, that is definitely a lyric.
That's the main lyric.
Yeah. No, I know that,
okay.
but
okay. Dress is not in. It's not in the song Roxanne. They don't say dress at all ever.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't
know.
Wait. You're right. They do say it once. They do say you don't have to wear that dress tonight.
Oh, that dress, not the red dress. So I just mashed up red light and dress.
That's right, because most of the lyrics are you don't have to put on the red light, which
fucking Sting, dude.
It's too much.
Whatever.
I hate the Police. Terrible band.
Really?
Unpopular opinion. I don't like the Police.
Well, hold on. All right. So first of all, we're at the halfway point of this movie.
I hate Sting.
Hold on.
I hate Sting. Hate the Police.
You hate Sting?
Yeah. Fuck Sting, dude. I'm out on Sting.
What?
Yeah. Not interested.
The Police, who I mean,
not interested.
You're a semi-Phish head, right?
I'm a Phish appreciator.
Okay. I mean, they're definitely influenced by the Police, right?
What?
Absolutely.
In what way? How?
What do you mean? The Police are got like this
what
kind
do you
of
mean?
Jamaican-y jam bandy type of thing here and there.
When?
What?
I know like 4 Police songs because again, I don't like the Police.
Well, then
like
there's
Roxanne.
your problem.
How is Roxanne is not a reggae? Like, what are you talking about?
SOS is that the name of the song? I don't know. SOS in a bottle. He says it's
Message in a bottle.
Message in a bottle. He says like 175 times.
Yeah, but that's also not like a reggae song or like
no, but Jesus Christ, man. All right. Well, if you've listened to the 4 singles and you don't know enough about the Police and their sound,
I guess you're right.
So don't.
Are you a big Police head?
No, but I mean Stuart Copeland. I mean, great drummer. I mean Sting. Come on,
Stuart Copeland. Who the fuck is Stuart Copeland?
The drummer from the Police.
Oh
God. Jesus.
No, I don't think I would ever call the Police an influence on Phish because
100%.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
No way. Like how? In what way?
Look it up all the years. What do we got?
Okay. Police active from 1977.
Yeah.
Till I don't know, whenever.
Phish were what? Were the 80s? Late 80s?
Yeah. So shortly after. Okay, sure.
Yeah. But the sound is like you can hear the sound, the guitar playing and everything else. Like,
Interesting.
There's no doubt.
Interesting.
Let's bring who's the Phish guy? What's his name? John Phish.
Phish guy?
Yeah, there's the main
John
guy there.
Phish?
Yeah, John Fisherman. What's his name?
Trey.
Oh, Trey Anastasio.
Anastasia, yeah.
No, that's not him.
That's him. Yes.
Is that him? I thought that was someone
the
else.
main guy. Oh my God.
Fuck, I know more about the Phish than you do.
No, you don't.
I just told you the name of the guy from the fucking band.
I said Trey Anastasio.
Are you high on fucking crack street over there?
Are you on?
I said Trey Anastasio, and you're like, oh yeah, that's his name. I was like, yeah.
I said Trey, and you're like, oh yeah, Trey Anastasio.
It's a team effort. You got the first, I got the last. We connected it.
Right.
But
yeah, I would say bigger influence, Grateful Dead, obviously.
No doubt. No fucking doubt.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And I'm not a Phish head. I like a handful of Phish songs. Like I think most.
I like that bounce around the rooms one because that one ends. It's like 4 minutes and it ends.
Bounce around. Oh yeah, all the ones that end are the best.
The rest are just fucking. God damn it.
I don't want a 15-minute. That's why I only like some Grateful Dead songs. Same reason.
Now,
not a jam band guy. You know.
Me neither. So last episode. But you've only heard the 4 Police songs, like the radio hits, right?
Probably,
yeah. The fucking Roxanne, the Message in a
Bottle.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But there's, I mean, again,
I haven't extensively listened to the catalog of the Police.
I'm not going to say I'm a fucking big Police fan. I'm not like, oh man, the Police, but like,
yeah, Russ, famous big fan of the Police.
Like, come on, no, not true. I'm not going to pretend like I know their catalog. I'm terrible with song titles. I'm terrible with song names.
Yeah, I'm more of an ACAT guy.
I just,
all Police are bastards.
What do you think about the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Great.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I fucking hate them.
You would.
I like 3 albums from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's fair.
Mother's Milk,
Blood
Sugar,
ones. Yeah.
Mother's Milk, Blood Sugar, Sex Magic, and then one. Well, a little bit later, but Red Hot Minute. Red Hot Minute, right?
When
Dave Navarro was on guitar, like, that's a pretty good rock album. Like, it's pretty good.
I mean, in anything with Frusciante's good. The new album actually is surprisingly good, I thought.
I can't stand him. Californication, fucking obnoxious.
I like Californication.
That song that they basically just ripped off, Tom Petty song.
Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Yeah. It's like they just ripped that off.
Yeah, sure. Good song. I don't mind a good rip-off song if you admit that the song is a rip-off.
No, but that's a problem. They didn't. I don't think they did.
I don't know. I don't know. They seem cool. You don't think they're cool?
There was a scene in Point Break. You remember Anthony Kiedis was in Point Break? You remember the film with Keanu Reeves, Gary Busey?
I'm familiar with Point Break, but I don't remember Anthony Kiedis.
Patrick Swayze. You remember this movie? Great.
Oh my God. Yes,
action film from the.
I love Point Break. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out if I'm trying to get a point of reference.
No.
Here.
I love Point Break. Did not know Anthony Kiedis was in it.
He's in it for 2 seconds. He had a longer scene, but he was such a fucking pain in the ass apparently while they were shooting this whole thing that they just did one shot of him getting knocked out and cut him out of the rest.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
But anyways, the Police, right?
Sure, yeah. That was the year Blood Sugar Sex Magic came out when he was in the movie.
Yeah, that makes sense because that's when they fucking exploded, right?
Great out. Chili Peppers are dope. Way better than the Police. As a band, way better than the Police.
Tomato. I don't know. That's tough. Can you say a band's better? I mean, other than I could say another band. Like I could say the Grateful Dead are better than than Phish.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I also say, getting a lobotomy is better than listening to the Grateful Dead. But
I disagree.
Grateful Dead drive me nuts.
But a lobotomy?
Yeah, because that's what it's like listening to their fucking music.
Jeez Louise. Yeah.
And a song. Do something.
I had it. I guess so. I did have a phase as a jam band appreciator, longtime listeners of the pod. And by that, I mean people who used to listen to me and Russ talk way back in the day before we had a podcast about anything. Will probably know that I had a jam band phase in high school and I was into that sort of thing.
I mean, the old joke about the Grateful Dead joke, right? Where all the deadheads ran out of drugs and they're like, oh man, this music sucks. Yeah.
Well, except for at the time in my jam band, that's the thing, dude. See, that's the thing. In my jam band phase, I was sober as a judge. That was before I ever used any drugs or did anything. Well, right. But that's when I liked jam bands.
Phish, they're Vermonters or they New Hampshires?
Vermont people.
Yeah, they're Vermont guys. Whatever. But that's,
Sure.
It's the same state, just flipped upside down, right?
But I like their stuff back when I was into music, like when I played saxophone. That was when I was into that kind of music more than anything.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a testament to those guys are talented. It's good music, but it's boring after a while.
But you don't think but you recognize the Police are talented, but you just don't like their music.
Sure. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Totally.
You don't like the 4 songs you've heard on the radio 6,000 times.
Yeah. Obviously, they're popular for a reason. They're good. Just like I think the guys in U2 are good. I don't like U2 either. U2 is not a band I like.
I don't either, but I respect them, and
they're fine musicians. Yeah. One of the best.
Achtung Baby. I mean, come on, a good album.
Sure.
Early album. All the early stuff is good, and then it's just like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, come on, enough. Just play those songs over and over again.
Yeah. No, that's reasonable.
You have nothing new to say.
One of my favorite. I'm sorry. I'm steamrolling ahead now. Have you seen It Might Get Loud?
No.
It's like one of my favorite documentaries, maybe that I've ever seen. I think I'm a big documentary guy.
Yeah.
2008. Jimmy Page, Jack White, The Edge.
Oh,
and they all just talk about guitar stuff.
I wanted to see this. I've heard of this. I want to see that. I was like, awesome. That sounds like
super fun.
I would. I'd love to be the camera guy, just holding the camera to listen to these 3 people talk. All
super
day.
Cool. And they just have such different style. Like I appreciate that. Like I don't love his style, but The Edge has such a
The Edge,
definitive.
It's
such
him.
a defined style. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I know that. Just like Jack White.
Yeah. Delay pedal, roll reverb. Oh yeah, that's The Edge.
Yes. Just like Jack White, just like Jimmy Page. Like they have a very distinctive. Like, oh, I know that guy playing guitar.
Yeah, when you get to that point where you have a sound, even if it's like, like you said, like The Edge, but you just know it. That's awesome. It's like
super cool and super super interesting to listen to them. Just shoot the shit in a room and like
that's awesome.
Kind of jam on each other's songs too.
Oh, really?
It's super fun, dude. It's like you definitely need to watch it Like, it's not like, don't watch it on an airplane. Watch it when you have like good speakers, because it's obviously
because they just play
guitar the whole movie.
each other's tunes. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I would love nothing better than like watching like Jack White play like a Led Zeppelin song and Jimmy Page just being like, oh, actually.
Yeah. Basically, yes.
And he'd be like, oh shit, oh really?
No, they do that. It's like awesome. It's really cool. And it was like one of my favorite, talk about my Chinatown days on the podcast, but like one of my favorite Chinatown, when I lived in Chinatown, movies that I watched like 3 or 4 times probably over the course of 5 years, because I love that documentary that much. I was like, oh, I can just watch these guys riff on what each other are saying, and also literally riff on what each other are playing. And
I mean, you have 3 legends just talking about music, like the thing that they're awesome at, like literally masters of their trade talking about it.
Having Jack White be the young guy is like, what an interesting thing. I mean, it's 2008, so it's like, he's like in his 30s, I guess, and like the other guys are, they've been around the block
a little bit,
but it's super interesting.
Now I want to get a watch. You gotta, if you ever watch have you seen the Song Exploder? Or that's a podcast, Song Exploder.
I've never watched any of the stuff that they did. I know they ported it to like Hulu
Netflix.
or Amazon, right?
He did. No, it's on Netflix. He did like 6 episodes. Awesome.
It's my favorite podcast. One of my favorite podcasts. Yeah.
Hands down, one of the best things ever. To the point where like he interviewed a rapper, and he started playing his song for him without cutting out all the the different layers of the track, and the rapper was just like, "How did you get this?" And he was just like, "Oh, your record labels, gave it to me." And he's like, and the rapper was like, "Someone's getting fired," like completely legit. Like, how did you get like the master recording of this, and you can cut out all the stuff? And he's just like, he was actually kind of pissed. He was just like, "That's not cool."
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I feel like back when it was just the podcast, I feel like it was always very consensual.
Yeah, no, this was like really weird. It was like the artist didn't know. And he's like, "How did you get this?" And he does a good one with
Trent Reznor.
Yeah, thank you. Jesus.
Oh yeah, but that was good. I like Trent Reznor.
Awesome. One of the best things, like, because he gets really into like talking about like this, like some of the key songs he wrote and like the meaning behind them, and then like how you can approach them. It's worth a watch. So
yeah. Oh, I'll check it out. If you get a chance to listen, I think my favorite episode of the podcast was when they did the Rivers Cuomo Weezer.
I heard he's a psycho.
No,
like
dude,
in terms of like,
but
like in terms of how he organizes and writes music. He like has a spreadsheet apparently where he
record. He has a bunch of spreadsheets. Yes.
And he uses those and
it's awesome.
Tracks all the chords he's written something, and then pieces.
All of the lyrics are all in spreadsheets, so it's like he's got lines. He just writes lines, and he writes and he keeps track of. He has like a column that keeps track of how many syllables it is. So it's like, oh, I need a line that is 8 syllables, and like you sort the spreadsheet by lines that have 8 syllables so that it will fit the line of the thing. It's like, it's amazing. It's super interesting.
And what's funny about that is when you knowing that and then listening to Weezer songs, you're like, these are spreadsheet songs. Like, holy shit. Like you can feel and sense that like,
especially
like it's very
modern
like
Weezer. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
You go back to like Pinkerton and like hearing him talk. So like that's like, I like that interview anyway. He's just a fun interview because he's just, Rivers is a super smart guy.
Yeah.
He's just interesting and engaging to talk to, but he's like, he'll talk about Pinkerton and how that was a very emotion driven album of like, personal feelings at the time and whatever. And then now you think about modern Weezer songs that are all so spreadsheet driven.
Yeah. And it's like, you can feel
it makes sense. Yeah.
You can feel it in the music. Like, oh, this just feels like, which is
those
fun.
Lines
like
don't make sense together, but
but at the same time, it's like, it's fine because like that's that Weezer sound though. It's like it's like the music is like kind of orchestrated that way where it's just like everything's kind of cut and dry. It's like, oh, this feels like it was constructed by a fucking spreadsheet.
Yeah, but I love it. And it was actually they're one of their. I mean, they've been putting out so much new content because he's also just infinitely prolific, right?
Yeah,
as a writer. Yeah. Speaking of like Nora Roberts.
Nice,
infinitely prolific artist, just like putting out content. The album that they put out, maybe it was the beginning of last year, that they wrote and recorded during the pandemic, and they were just like, it's really good. I feel like it's back to almost like earlier Weezer. Some of the songs feel like we're like, oh, like I know that he was like, I can hear that he was like depressed and like in his house and alone, and it's interesting. It makes for better art. your suffering makes for better art always.
That's how it works, right? I'm trying to think of like, man, they got
big Weezer fan.
50. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think there's a certain point where like, again, I get to a point of some artists that I enjoyed at a certain age and a certain point, and then I listen to them later. I'm like, I'm kind of done with. They didn't. Yeah, it doesn't hold up. They kind of just grew out of it. But like, I'm trying to think
the
of
Blue album holds up, dude. Like all the early stuff holds up. So
Pinkerton Blue album definitely. Green album
holds up too. I like Green album a lot.
I don't like. I think
I've revisited the Red album. I like Red album more now than I did before.
This is crazy. I think that's it. I think that's kind of where I stopped after the Green album.
Yeah.
That's 2001. So like, I mean, after that, I was like, I'm sure I know some of the singles and shit like that, but I like the albums themselves, don't know them. I haven't really paid attention, but
Ratitude I didn't love. Van Weezer's surprisingly good. They were like trying to do like a Van Halen thing. It's sick. I recommend it.
Fun.
Okay Human is the record that I was thinking of. Black Album was okay, but Okay Human was like the pandemic record.
Is that like their Radiohead, like OK Computer? Like,
yes, I think that's the idea. Yeah, I think that's the idea. But Human, and then whatever even the radio single from that album, I really like. And I'm sure you must have heard it.
They put out 4 albums in 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. His output has been crazy.
So
lately.
much music. That's like Portrait of the Man. Oh my God, they put out so much fucking.
Oh
music.
yeah,
that was a really long talk about music that is so far fetched from
unnecessary. But yeah, I like it.